Hi guys, today we talk about how to create a terrain. Before creating our terrain, we have to create a new scene. Click on New, give a name to the scene, terrain scene. We don't need the default cube into the scene because we have to create a terrain, so we can click on New. Okay. Now we can click on terrain icon for creating our terrain. The create terrain dialog appear. We give a name to our terrain. That will be the name of the terrain file, but also of the terrain material file. Okay, the options. Terrain themes are the extension of the terrain expressed in kilometers. So we can choose, for example, 2 kilometers terrain. The Heightmap resolution is the resolution of the terrain Heightmap. The Heightmap, as the name says, is a texture in which are stored all the heights of the terrain. So for a terrain of 2 kilometers of dimension, a resolution of 2048 of the Heightmap means that you have a precision of about 1 meter for each Heightmap texel. Tile resolution. The terrain is divided into a given number of tiles. Every tile is an object. More tiles, more objects to render, more draw calls. Okay, so the number of the tiles that cover the terrain is calculated by dividing the Heightmap resolution for the tile resolution. In our case, we have 2048 divided by 128. We have 16 for 16 tiles for our terrain. Okay. If you choose a smaller resolution, you have much more tiles for the terrain. Okay. More tiles, more objects, more draw calls, less speed. Of course, if you choose a tile resolution too big, the engine hasn't the possibility to optimize the occlusion culling. So the tile resolution must be chosen in order to have the right granularity of the tiles for the occlusion culling system. Luckily, S2ENGINE choose the right tile resolution when you choose the terrain extension. When you choose the terrain extension, S2ENGINE automatically try to choose the right heightmap resolution and tile resolution. Okay. Vegetation map resolution is the resolution of the vegetation map. What is the vegetation map? Vegetation map is a texture that stores the density of the vegetation, the maximum density of the vegetation you can apply to the terrain. So much is the vegetation map resolution, greater is the density of the vegetation you can apply on the terrain. Usually the vegetation map resolution is the same as heightmap resolution, or is chosen automatically by S2ENGINE when you choose the terrain extensions, the terrain dimensions. Finally, the mask is the mask of the terrain material. In other words, is the resolution of the layers of the terrain. So bigger is the resolution, much is the detail you can paint on the terrain layer. Usually you can choose a resolution that can match the resolution of the heightmap for best result, but you can also choose a smaller resolution for faster rendering and less memory use. Okay, now that we have set our terrain parameters, you can click on create. Okay, the engine has created the terrain. Terrain textures are created inside the terrains folder. My terrains C is the terrain color map. My terrain M is terrain mask. The color map is the map used for the terrain ambient occlusion and the terrain color variation. It is automatically created with the same resolution as the terrain mask. Okay, I think is all for now. Thank you for watching. Bye.